From Central Indiana's #1 news source, this is Fox 59 Tonight.
And we're back here on Fox 59 tonight. Hey, it's going to be hot. Very hot. Hot, hot, hot. Hot and uncomfortable, so much so that we've got to tell you that it's going to be hot, 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 so that you can prepare to be hot. And this is coming from a guy who's not happy right now because my air conditioner just went out. Never goes out when it's cool outside, only when it's about to be as hot and sticky as it is going to be over the next couple of days here this June. To talk about how to stay safe, how to get yourself through all of this and what you need to do to prepare, and who this might affect more than others, we've got an expert to join us and explain that to us. Megan Kaser is a physician's assistant in Carmel at Optum Care. She joins us here this evening. Megan, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us and talk to us about this heat because there's, I don't know how much you've traveled, but I lived in Phoenix, Arizona, and I could deal with that heat better than this Indiana heat because they say it's the dry heat out there. This Midwest heat, when it gets this hot and sticky and muggy, it's just no fun. How do we keep ourselves safe?
Right, exactly. Well, to start off, you want to be sure that you're scheduling activities around, certain times of day. So ideally early morning or late afternoon or evening when temperatures might be lower. Pace activity, if you're going to be outside, start slow, gradually pick up speed or intensity. Drink an adequate amount of fluid to stay hydrated. Rest often in areas that are shaded and covered. Allow yourself to recover and wear and reapply sunscreen, wear light colored clothing, that kind of thing.
Um, it is one of those things that kind of sneaks up on people, when that sun comes up because on a day like today in the morning, it's really cool out and then it can jump 20, 30 degrees.
Absolutely, yeah. Being outside in the afternoon is not good on really hot days. Really being mindful, checking the heat risk index in your area, seeing when those hot times of day are going to come up, and just being aware that we are going to have some really hot temperatures over the next week.
So, Megan, what are some of those signs that, hey, one, you either need to sit down or you're doing too much or you need to get some water?
Yes, so unusual heavy sweating, feeling dizzy or weak, having a headache, headaches reoccurring, nausea, muscle cramping, and shortness of breath would be some signs that you need to rest, take some time to recover, drink some water.
So, how can people, I mean, you named out some of the signs, but how do we start the day properly so that you don't get into a situation where now you're not feeling so hot, for lack of a better word?
Yeah. Make sure that you're hydrating, carrying a water bottle with you, keeping it filled throughout the day, limiting your intake of sugary foods, alcoholic beverages during those days, checking your urine actually for a light color or clear color, indicating you might be not drinking enough water if it's really dark in color. So you want to try and aim for that more clear color of urine, those types of things.
Um, w- is what's the thought on? So it was really hot yesterday, and so I made sure that I had something to drink, but it was a big gulp slushy, which has a lot of sugar in it. Is that a good idea?
No, high sugary drinks and foods on really hot days are not a good idea. It's going to just draw more water out of you, make you more dehydrated. So, just sticking to your basic water and that kind of thing during those hot days is the best.
Okay, noted. Water just
Mhm.
doesn't always taste as good when you're that hot. I need
Right.
something a little soothing.
Yeah,
Um,
I
so
know.
who does this the heat affect um more than others?
Mhm. Infants and young children, older adults, those greater than 65, people, especially those with asthma, and then those with heart disease or other chronic medical conditions, people who are exercising or working outside already, and women who are pregnant.
Um, what should if you got to go outside, you're a pregnant woman, how do you prepare for that?
Wearing loose, lightweight clothing if you can, taking a water bottle with you for sure, making sure you have extra water to go, and taking breaks, trying to stay inside and between buildings in the AC as much as possible.
Okay, so going outside, and it's basketball time. People want to get outside. How can we do all that safely?
Wear light colored clothing again, and make sure that you're just scheduling in a lot of breaks, trying to get in the shade as much as you can, wearing sunscreen, taking sun protection, and again, just emphasizing water and staying hydrated. And if you start to feel like lightheaded or weak, like any of those signs I mentioned earlier, making sure you're getting in a shaded spot, staying cool, taking those breaks, not being afraid to take breaks on hot
And
days.
uh, when you say wear light clothes, it also makes a difference what color those clothes are. If you're wearing something white, you'll stay far more cooler than you are if you're wearing something dark colored like black.
For sure, yeah. No blacks, no dark colored, and airy, loose clothing will be good too. Nothing tight fitting, that kind of thing.
So you were kind of explaining it just there. When you're going outside and it's you want to be, but you've got some events outside.
Mhm.
How do you safeguard if you're going to be outside and there is no place to go inside?
Mhm. Um, Sometimes there are portable fans you can use, and just looking for those shaded areas. If it's gonna be, in a park or something like that, usually there are awnings or places where you can rest and take and recover. If your car's there, maybe you crank up the AC. You want to keep that air flowing. You want to keep the water down, push the fluids, that kind of thing. Kind of more of the same. Emphasizing the hydration and the water is going to be huge to keep you cool and make sure we're staying away from any heat related illnesses.
Now, Megan, once upon a time, I heard that you could drink too much water when it's hot. Is that a thing?
Um, you can overdo it. I would say between like 60 to 80 ounces for most people is going to be enough water. And again, paying attention to your urine would be a good way to know if you are hydrated enough. It's
And
just looking
explain
for
that
that
again.
clear color. Looking for that clear color of your urine when you urinate. Making sure it's not dark, making sure it doesn't have a super pungent or strong odor.
So if it's dark, that means what?
You're dehydrated. You need more water.
Okay. So the more clear it is, the better things are.
That's right. Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Okay. So that
Usually, yeah.
usually, give or take.
With the caveat, of course, if you're having urinary symptoms or stuff like that, discuss with your doctor. But yeah,
Right. Okay.
yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
Megan, I know you guys are up there in Carmel at Optum Primary Care. I always use this as an example of a reminder to go see a doctor, get checked up on things, and you guys are a place that people can go, right?
Absolutely. And that's a good point too, is medications that people are on. Sometimes we need to pay attention to those labels and those bottles because sometimes medications can actually increase body temp, make you more prone to overheating or dehydrating. So paying attention to your medications and definitely getting in and talking to your doctor or calling your doctor before you make any changes. But yeah, happy to see you. Take care of you here. Happy to answer any questions.
All right,
Yeah.
Megan, that was nice and easy. Thank you for giving us some tips on how to keep ourselves safe because it's going to be in the 90s over the weekend. And just yesterday, when it was raining and it was hot, it's miserable. So we've got to prepare for that. Thank you so much for coming on. Greatly appreciate your time and your expertise.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
All right, more Fox 59 tonight is coming up after this.